Good evening, people. This is Dave coming at you live with another episode of And Another Thing with Dave. So, what I want to talk about this evening is reduce, reuse, and recycle. In a nutshell, how to lessen your footprint on the earth. It's my goal to leave the earth a better place than when I was born. So, here are a few tips that I've come up with to help you leave a lighter footprint. We've all heard the term reduce, reuse, recycle. One of the things you may not have heard about or heard of in regards to reducing, we all know that you want to reduce the number of products you use, which is why I love Dr. Bronner's soap, by the way, because that works for shampoo, conditioner, body wash, hand soap, pet soap, and they have 14 different flavors. And if you haven't tried it in the last 10 years, try it, because now there's hemp oil in it. So not only are they supporting the hemp industry, but it is super softening for your hair and skin. It's a completely different recipe, so check that out. So what I want to talk about in regards to reducing is a concept called halving. Cutting the amount of a product you use in half until you find the amount that works. We've all seen the commercials, laundry detergent, for example. They fill the cup up all the way, you read the laundry thing, it tells you to use a whole cup. Do you really need that much laundry detergent? I found through halving, so I went to a half a cup. That still worked just fine. Then I went to half of that, so about a quarter cup, and that's what I use now. Quarter cup works fine. I went to half of that. That didn't work as well. A little bit more. Ended up with about a quarter cup. That works fantastic. And not even a quarter cup, a quarter of that little cap thing, or the scooper. I prefer powdered detergent, because then I'm not purchasing a plastic container. Some people are stuck on liquid. If you got to use liquid, just, pour half the amount of liquid until you find the amount you need. With toothpaste, the commercials show, this big trailing thing of toothpaste. Well, you know what? I found out I need about that much, tiny little bit, to brush my teeth. And of course, I use Tom's of Maine fluoride-free toothpaste. So I don't want to be killing my pineal gland with fluoride, poisoning my entire system while I'm brushing my teeth. And if you read the back of a label of fluoride toothpaste, check it out. It says to call the Center for Disease Control if you swallow the amount the size of an eraser on a pencil or a pea. So why would we use the poisonous product like that? But anyway, so you can use this this process of halving with just about any product you buy and use on a daily basis. Shampoo, soap, toothpaste, laundry detergent, on and on and on and on. Just cut back the amount you use by half until you find the amount you need, and there you are. So there's reducing. Reuse, or a real common phrase right now is repurposing. So you can find another use for something instead of throwing it away. Reuse, at least a container. I like to buy things in glass containers, not plastic, so that I can reuse the container. I just got done making some smoked chili peppers, and now I'm going to put those in a jar, an old pickle jar. So if you can't repurpose it yourself, post an ad on Craigslist, take a picture of it, post it on Craigslist under the free section, put it on, you don't have to have somebody come to your house, put it on the corner by your house, and just leave the cross street, online. Don't give your address. Somebody will come and take it within 24 hours. If it doesn't go away within 2 or 3 days, then do the right thing and take it to the dump. But, it's worth a try. I've had that work with 9-foot couches. They were gone in 15 minutes. A piano, gone in half hour. You name it. I even had that old paint disappear off the corner. People used it. It's amazing what people can find use for, or just hoard. But at least I'm not hoarding it anymore. And then recycling. Last but not least is recycling. 70% of all landfill is paper. So if we can just, if we cut that in half, imagine what that would do. So, trying to buy products that are reusable, in recyclable containers, and that's all I got for you. Please subscribe to the channel and share what you like to hear. And another thing, with Dick, peace out.
Greetings, fellow Earthlings. So, one thing that should be aligned with reduce, reuse, recycle is regenerate, right? So, regenerate. Contribute more than we take is the concept. And I'm speaking specifically about soil. So, I read there, on average, the entire Earth has 4 inches of topsoil, on average. And that is what everything grows in. Certain valleys have much, that were carved out by glaciers and, filled later with sediment and rivers and blah, 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 whatever. But on average, the Earth has 4 inches. So love your topsoil, love your garden, love your earth. Don't just spray shit on shit, Try to reduce the amount of toxins you use and bring in healthy things. And what I've found to be the key is to bring in healthy insects. If you have an insect problem, bring in healthy insects to combat them. You can buy ladybugs. Boom! Problem over. Or beneficial nematodes. Problem over. But what I'm really speaking about is building up the soil, right? So even if you're not gardening, right? What do you do with your kitchen waste? With with green kitchen waste, any vegetable matter. So that it can be really simple, as opposed to having to deal with like a compost pile that you got to alternate brown and green or turn or whatever. That's a lot of work, right? So, but a super easy method is to just bury it. And it works just as well. I managed a juice bar for about 1.5 years, and I would bring home these bags of vegetable matter, carrot rinds, and banana peels, all kinds of stuff, and I would bury them in my yard. And I developed and built up this from a nasty clay yard in San Francisco. By adding sand and doing that, I turned this yard into just the most fertile, beautiful, delicious soil you've ever seen in your life. So it's amazing what you can do. So if you have a clay soil, you want to go with sand, peat moss. You want to add eggshells. You want to add coffee grounds. You want to add diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is a must-have for any yard, and it's just fossilized seashells ground up into a powder. So totally organic. Kills snails, slugs, fleas, ticks, spiders. Just sprinkle it about, and it goes away with water. Comes in like a 10-pound bag, or you can get it in a 50-pound bag at a feed store. And that's the way to get it. That's the economical way. But anyway, I digress once again. So, just bury you know, anytime you're making soup, or if you make smoothies a lot, or if you make soup or anything like that, you can just throw like a little container under your sink. Boom, throw your scraps in there, eggshells, whatever. Throw it all in there. Coffee grounds, boom. And then once every few days, once a week, dig a hole. Just one shovel deep even is fine. Dig a shovel deep, throw that stuff in the bottom, throw the shovel full of dirt back on top. Boom. In 3 months, that stuff will be gone and there'll be worms there. And if you just keep doing that throughout your yard, or wherever you, like, if you plan on planting a vegetable garden, this is the best thing to do before you do it. So we're a little bit, this is perfect timing. This is like mid-February right now. So if you're planning on planting a vegetable garden, boom. Start throwing your vegetable scraps out. Start burying your vegetable scraps where you plan on putting your vegetable garden, and you're really going to give your soil a jump start. And you also want to save your eggshells, crunch those up, sprinkle those around, and your coffee grounds. Those are also really, really good for your garden. So, just another, extension on the reduce, reuse, recycle. We also want to regenerate. We want to regenerate topsoil. Whether you're going to use it or not, it's better to put your banana peel into the earth and have it become part of the earth than just go into a, rotting heap at the dump, right? So, worst case scenario, just bury it.